Karen abuses me during my break, and I might get fired for it. So I brought this all the way to the CEO. Am I the a-hole? It's 2 p.m. today, and I'm starving. I'm just coming back from the fast food joint down the street, and I'm walking towards the break room with my food in hand, hoping to enjoy a quiet, peaceful lunch to re-energize myself so I can continue dealing with the endless waves of snarky customers that my workplace is notorious for attracting. As I'm getting to the door, this blonde woman, around her 50s, begins to follow me. I can feel her following me, and she begins to do this psst, psst. That's so annoying. She continues about 3 times or so, but I ignore her since, I'm not a dog or anything. After she realizes that I am not going to react to her summons, the conversation goes a little something like this. Woman, excuse me. Me. Oh, sorry, ma'am. I am on break right now, but let me get one of the other employees to help you out. At this point, I begin to reach for my walkie-talkie to call someone to the aisle for help, but she isn't having any of it. Woman. What? I will not be treated like this. I am a valued customer, and I demand to be treated as such. You will provide your service to me right now. And that is that. No questions asked. Me. Ma'am, I would be happy to help you, but my lunch break is only 30 minutes and I don't give a shit. I don't care if you're starving. The customer comes first.
Your last dying breath will be served.
I am the customer. At this point, I didn't even retaliate. I just turned around and ignored her, which I love.
That's amazing.
Just like, yeah, I'm not dealing with this shit. I walked into the break room with my key and shut the door behind me. She began to angrily pound on it for a few seconds until she finally stopped, presumably because a coworker came to the rescue. I later found out that she complained to the manager, and of course, the manager simply brown-nosed her and told her that I would be dealt with, as an employee should never refuse service to a customer, even if they are on break. This supposedly applies even if I call an employee over the walkie for help. So there's an update.
Okay.
But is OP the a-hole from walking away from this obvious Karen?
My God, no. This poor person is just trying to have 30 minutes of peace.
I called corporate to complain that I was basically being reprimanded for following policy and refusing service to a customer during my break. Of course, corporate immediately sided with me, and everything seemed like it was going to be fixed and my name would be cleared. But no, of course not. In the world of retail, things aren't always so clear cut. Lo and behold, there's another factor here. The apparently called corporate herself and basically demanded that I be fired for being rude to her. Now, guys, the thing is, the store has cameras, and turns out they investigated, and since the audio is not available, the only thing seen was me walking away from the woman and slamming the break room door behind me.
Oh, no.
OP, I guess that doesn't look too good. Now, you'd think that's bad enough, right? Wrong. Guess what? I asked a supervisor, who is a longtime buddy of mine, to check the punch-in sheet. It is automatically filled in by the computer, but is editable by management. So I checked it just out of curiosity. And guess what? Someone effing deleted my break time that was logged into the system.
Wow.
So now, not only am I being accused of refusing service to a customer, but I am also being accused of not clocking out and leaving the premises to get food. Was this a computer error, or did the manager really do this on purpose to save his own ass? Or does he simply not like me? We have a long history of run-ins with each other, and is openly well known that he does not like me. I will not lay down and die like a
That's right.
I will fight until the very end, even right now when it seems that I have no allies.
Hey, this is literally Braveheart. Like,
Okay, there's another update. So basically, 2 big things happened today, and I will try to explain them in as much detail as possible. 1, I woke up bright and early and made a call to corporate. My plan was to simply state that I needed my issue investigated further, even if it seemed like there was no problem on their end. As expected, the person on the other end of the phone told me the same thing they had already told me when I had first called. But then I said the magic word, subpoena. As soon as I made the calm yet firm threat, the person immediately told me to hold on for a second. We got a supervisor on the phone, to whom I explained my situation once again, and he assured me that he would see into the matter. Oh, and I also asked for a way to email the president of the company, and I sent an email to him explaining my situation as well.
My boy is not giving up.
I had another plan. I was going to catch my manager myself red-handed, just in case corporate done goofs. So 2, I walk into work and I immediately go into the manager's office. I stand in front of him and the conversation goes like this. Me, I have to speak with you about something really important. Manager.
Can it wait? I need to finish looking over these documents before 12.
Me. No, it can't wait. Supervisor's name told me that my clock in and clock out time from lunch 3 days ago was not in the log. I know I punched out and in. So what happened? Manager.
Weird. I'll look into it for you. All right.
Me. Oh, no need. I already called corporate and they said they look into it personally.
Ooh, yeah, buddy.
At this point, I had the widest eating grin I have ever had in my life, and it felt good. Real good. The manager audibly, at this point, no doubt, bricks. Manager.
That wasn't really necessary. You could have come to me about this first.
Me. Oh, I know, but I didn't want to waste your time seeing as you're so busy and all. You have more important things to do than look over documents. At this point, he visibly begins to get annoyed by my attitude and my sarcastic tone, but I'm just enjoying myself way too much. Manager.
Now listen, tomato_ketchup. I'm not really liking your tone right now.
Me. I apologize. Anyways, I just wanted to give you a heads up in case corporate asks any questions. You know how they are. At this point, some of you might be thinking why I said the last part. Why? Because I had a small suspicion that since he is a recently made manager, 3 months now, he probably didn't know that the system logs all deletions and re-entries. Sure, you would be told this if you became manager, but I was trying my luck at this point because A, I don't see who else could have deleted my log times, and B, if it was him who deleted them, he obviously didn't know about the fact that the deletions are tracked. So what was my end game? Well, simple. I was hoping that due to this threat about corporate, he would simply go back and add my times back onto the log. And guess what, John?
What happened, Sam?
He did just that. A couple of minutes after our conversation, he comes to me and tells me, Manager,
Tomato ketchup, I found out what the problem was. There was a glitch in our system, and apparently it didn't register your punches. But everything's fixed now. Your log time should be there.
Me. Wow. Thanks. I appreciate it. Manager.
No problem.
But wait a minute. There's more. Just a couple of hours into my shift, I see the manager leaving the store, angrily slamming the manager's office door on his way out. When I asked my supervisor buddy what had happened, the conversation went like this. Dude, why is he so angry? I don't know. He was with corporate on the phone for a few minutes, and he asked me why I told you that the time logs were missing. Hold up, let me find out. So my supervisor runs out to the front doors to catch up with the manager. We talk for a while outside, after which my manager gets into his car and angrily drives off. Then my supervisor comes back inside, walks up to me and says, Dude, I'm so sorry to tell you this, but he's corporate.
Mike Tyson is the supervisor.
Corporate found evidence of data tampering in the punching log. Apparently, he deleted your times yesterday and added them back today, this morning, to cover his ass. Me, wow. Supervisor, yep. So there's that. He will probably get fired, and I will probably keep my job. Peace.
Wow. Hey, OP, just masterful work. He went against Karen's, managers, corporate, like every boss, and he just defeated them at every level.
Real Reddit who's who of
all the usual villains.
Yeah. And he defeated them all. But I would love to hear everyone's terrible boss story. I feel like there's probably a ton.
Everyone's got one.
I would love to know what you guys think. Is OP the a-hole for taking us all the way to the top? John, what do you think?
Sweet justice is always so delicious. Like the Karen didn't get what she wanted. He was able to basically looks like sack the boss, the terrible boss. And when all looked bleak, right? Like
when all hope was lost.
He easily they could have just chalked it up like, all right, it looks like he was ignoring this lady and, he didn't log his time, but then it worked out. I'm obsessed with this jogger's gorgeous hair and just want to touch it. Today I made contact, but now they think I'm a stalker. Am I the a-hole?
Dude, did they see you running?
There might be some similarities.
Podcast Jesus?
Strap in, suckers. Come and revel in my awkwardness. So, for literally years now, this dude has been running around a 3 square mile in my area. The only reason I've ever noticed him was because of his flowing hair that gracefully blows behind him as he runs and the frequency that we saw him outside.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking pics.
Now, when he started, he was a little overweight, but dude is so committed that he literally runs in rainstorms wearing trash bags and is very fit now.
Damn.
Where's your trash bag, Sam?
I know, dude. My dad weighed 195 pounds at his peak, and now it's my goal to weigh 200 pounds. My dad was fucking ripped.
Dude, I mean,
this is my dad.
Absolute beefcake.
This is look how freaking ripped he is, dude. And then look at this freaking scrawny boy right here. Freaking tiny. A measly 170.
Dude, measly. Over the years, I would cheer him on privately while inside my car in an attempt to make my kids laugh. It became a thing. It was, there's my dude, or man, I haven't seen my dude in a while. I hope he's okay. Or my sister would say, I saw my dude today. Kind of just an inside joke. But again, even after seeing him all the time while driving, I never actually ran into him in person on my walks. That brings me to the today I effed up portion of the post. I decided to go on a different route recently. I look up and through the sunlight in the trees, I see this gorgeous golden mane of hair.
I swear they're talking about you, dude.
So I think, oh my God. Today's the day I meet my dude. He's getting closer now. I feel incredibly stupid. Why the F did this my dude thing even start again? He's getting closer now. He's much taller than I thought, and it just throws me off, and I let him jog past me. I thought, F, I can't just not say anything, right? And guys, I really wish I didn't say anything. I really wish I went home, called my sister, and fake fangirled over walking within inches of this mythical man with the hair. But I'm an idiot.
Well, what did you do, OP? What did you say?
So I turn around and yell, "Excuse me!
My dude! Look at me!" He
swishes around his marvelous hair, still jogging in place, and just looks at me. That's hilarious. He's just like, yeah. What's up?
Oh, another fan?
Then I say, we've been watching you for years.
There's no good way to respond to that.
What? So he's like, huh? And I say, we've been watching you.
Oh, double down. Okay, OP.
Like he couldn't hear me or something. Instead of what he really meant, which was probably, what the F?
Yeah.
My dude is still jogging. Like, what? I stammer. We've been watching you run. I mean, like me and my family, like watching you run for years. You look great. Like, way to go, dude.
I don't know how you respond to that.
Like, I'm so proud of you. I've been watching you for years.
There's probably a lot of that though, where it's like there's this homeless guy that I see on my run, and he's like lost a lot of weight. I think mostly because he probably doesn't have access to food. But he looks great.
Oh my God. And you guys, I then gave him an effing thumbs up. Like a zanned out soccer mom.
This show was sponsored by your sweet, sexy ass.
If you support our Patreon, you'll get one long, hard, extra bonus episode every week.
I'm talking 3 juicy stories right into those ear holes.
You'll get ad-free episodes. I'm talking all of those ads completely off. All natural.
Not to mention, we'll do it together, live, in front of a camera. With Assholes Anonymous, you'll get a chance to talk to us directly and maybe be featured on the YouTube channel.
Wait, Sam, not like that. Like, the fans get to share their stories with us and other fans, and we get to talk about it, right?
And then we'll moon each other at the end.
Oh, God.
So if you want all that axe ass, support your boys at patreon.com/OKOP show.
That's patreon.com/OKOP show. So he says to this, cool, thanks, and just kind of runs away. At this point, I feel kind of betrayed. Like he's basically a celebrity in my house and he just says, cool? How dare he? Then it hit me how effing awkward and creepy and effed up what I said and how I said it was. I tell my husband and he's like, wish you weren't so awkward, bud. I tell my kids and they're like, wow, Mom.
Why would you do that? Yeah.
Wow.
Pop another Xanax and forget about it.
Yeah, for real. I tell my sister and she cries laughing because of how typical this is for me to be so awkward. I mean, like I literally told a grandma, don't eat the baby the other day at a store while she was nibbling on her grandkid's toes playfully. What is my problem? A good question to ask.
So funny.
Stop! Don't do it! So, the main reason I'm even typing this, besides so you freaks that like to cringe at others' idiocracy can read it.
That's us.
That's us, is that I appeared to be some weird version of CIA, FBI, Illuminati soccer mom to...
Soccer mom, she does Xanax.
That's true. To my dude. He has been nowhere to be found. I have not seen him running around at all, and I feel so bad that I may have possibly kind of weirded him out enough for him to change the entire area he has been running in for years. So, my dude, if you see this, I am so not watching you in any way other than to admire your hair and admire your dedication to fitness. I apologize profusely if I ever see you again. I promise I will not say anything. And to that grandma, if you're on Reddit, seriously, you shouldn't eat babies. I am not apologizing for that. But there is one update. Today, I told my mom about my previous post and made her read it. Made her almost cease to exist from laughing so hard at me. And then she says, yeah, but that guy is pretty weird. And I say, why do you say that? And apparently I am from a family of freakishly awkward individuals. You guys, my dad did the same thing as me. Thanks, Dad. You're great.
Oh my God.
So he runs into my dude in the store. And he was like, oh, hey, I see you running all the time. You're looking great. Keep it up.
Two people? Can you imagine?
My dad was a coach, so he's got this weird proud dad thing going on. My dude just kind of looks at him and says, thanks, and slowly walks away. The end.
I think it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
It's pretty hilarious.
I'm pretty into it.
If only there could be... I mean, it's still kind of the question, I guess, is like, is it possible to have any explanation at this point to make it like, oh, we just like happen to run by you sometimes and it kind of just become a running joke. Like, oh, we always see you.
A running joke.
Me and my kids. But didn't even mean for that. But I don't know. Oh, maybe this is the question for all of you beautiful joggers and non-joggers out there. Was OP the a-hole for both maybe stalking him and B for... having this really, I mean, she destroyed his running route.
Yeah, that's kind of a-holy. I think a little. So I want to hear from everyone else first, but I think a little bit, but unintentional. She's not an a-hole. No. It was unintentional, but making someone uncomfortable enough to destroy their running route is kind of sucks.
I'll give her the pass, but it just sucks that this poor guy does not have his running route anymore. Yeah. That really sucks. My evil coworker broke into my office, stole a parking spot from someone with cancer, and crashed my baby shower. But justice is about to be served.
I hope so. That's a lot of life ruining in a row.
F you, Alan. Hard.
That's my middle name.
Working with you these past 7 years has been terrible. You are a terrible coworker and the entire organization thinks so. Do you know how hard it is to induce the scorn of nearly 300 employees, Alan? It's pretty effing hard, Alan. But guess what? You did it!
Alan's getting heat.
What exactly is it that you do? I know you lurk around our office like you think you're important, drifting into conversations like you have business there. You don't! We will let you know when something pertains to you. I promise. You float into meetings you aren't invited to and steal the extra lunches.
You don't even go here.
I take those extra lunches downstairs to the interns who could use all the help they can get since they're working for free. And Will, whose entire paycheck nearly goes to pay for medical treatment for his disabled child. F you for taking their lunches when you make triple their salaries. What in the hell are you even doing at those meetings? You have been told repeatedly that you aren't to invite yourself to them, but you still do.
Alan just wants to be included.
He's just out here trying.
He's just a hungry boy that
CEO
to be included.
Our CEO is a man who loves to hand out second chances to you because you did that one spectacular thing 7 years ago when you first started. OMG, you totally brought us such a supporter. I will admit that it was much needed. But when he turned his back on our organization 4 years ago because of you, you should have been fired. Now, our nonprofit is barely scraping by because you're too lazy to go out and do your actual job.
Which is what?
We may never know. You have one job, Alan. One effing job. How dare you go into my office and log onto my computer when I wasn't there? You don't think I know, but I do. You don't even work in my building. You work in the office across town.
Wait, so why is Alan there?
Why in the hell are you even here? You don't think I reported you to HR, did you? I did. And they were appalled. It's part of the reason you're now under review. I recently got a lock installed on my office door. Good luck getting in now. What the hell were you looking for anyway?
Yeah, Alan, you snooper.
Also, F you for calling me repeatedly while I was on maternity leave for things that weren't emergencies. Debbie was effing handling my stuff while I was out. You got the email I sent out regarding it that you also replied to. I don't even deal with anything you would need to contact me about anyways. Do you have a copy of that report from last year? You literally said that in one voicemail I received shortly after I gave birth. No, I don't effing have a report from last year because I don't handle the reports. I don't effing handle the reports. You aren't new. You know this. The second and third calls, while I was still in the hospital giving birth, are about how the break room was out of paper towels.
I don't know if interrupting the birth of your child is worth the phone call, Alan.
Coming back after maternity leave to the 200 something emails from you was wonderful.
200 emails?
200 emails. F you, Alan. F you and how you take Carrie's parking spot when you visit our location, even though you know she has to park there because of her recent surgery, because she has effing cancer. Alan. Also, how dare you come to my baby shower? It was after effing work hours and eat the majority of my awesome cake. That was my cake. No one invited you. How did you even find out about it? You don't even work in our office. Did you just decide to stay until 7 p.m. one day at the office you don't work at for some reason? You just stumbled into my closed office with that stupid look on your face and said, "Ugh, look, a cake."
Oh my God.
F you, Alan. I was pregnant and I was going to eat that cake. I said you could have one piece, Alan, not the rest of the cake. You really hurt Noah's feelings when you made fun of the way he speaks. He has an effing speech impediment, you ass. Not to mention, you work at a effing nonprofit whose job it is to help people like Noah.
Oh, how can you be so clueless, Alan?
Tomorrow, you have a review with the board and the CEO to determine whether the department you run is up to standards. I hope you fail. It sickens me to think that because of the jobs of individuals with disabilities who work at your location depends on your success, but I can't help but delight in the fact that you're failing. I will dance, Alan. I will dance, and I will celebrate with cake. Mine, not yours, and eat it quietly and alone. When they pull your expense records and find out that you are mismanaging funds and finally fire you. F you, Alan. You are the only thing I hate about my job.
Wow. Alan got a stern talking to.
I mean, that was a manifesto.
It was. I hope Alan gets fired.
Me too.
For OP's sake. Anyone listening or watching has had like a terrible coworker, like the Dwight equivalent.
The terrible coworker stories. Y'all have to write on that. We always ask, but this one you have to. It is.
We need to know. We need to know.
Mandatory.
Who are the Allens of your office? But you know who we always love working with?
Oh, who do we love working with, Sam?
Our commenters and especially our public subscribers. And on the video, my grandpa left me for $8 million and my family's trying to steal it. Basically, this evil grandpa gave $8 million inheritance and OP's fam tried to steal it. So OP tried to get the revenge. Public subscriber Ray's Mander says, Daddy. Bay Golden 5629 says Daddy, and Melanie Brown 8691 also says Daddy because they saw the little daddy watermark in the corner, little daddy sign.
They did. You know, we have a diverse array of comments sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we do. Daddy, daddy, daddy. All we got to say.
We love you guys.
We'll see you soon.